stop it? No. Alright, so hello and welcome back. I'm gonna go to school right now. I'm gonna head to Dearborn. Something that I wanted to talk about. Is there are a couple of ways that I have to act. I've noticed that I've not been acting how I'd like. So here's how I need to act. First of all, put my chest back. That's the first thing that I have to do. Put my chest back like that. The second thing that I need to do is put my chin up. And if anything, don't ever notice every time I put my chin down, because that is when I start being nice or anything like that. Just remember that I need to put my chin back up and also my chest up like that. Let's see what else that I need to improve. Something else is that be a little mean. Always be a little mean, because that sets me above the other person. It always does. That's just the way it is. It sets you above the other person. That is really, really important. There's something that I really gotta do. Something else is that use my eyebrows as I'm talking. Also use my eyes so I can look around, look down and reconnect. Basically, look down and reconnect. Look down like this and reconnect. Let's see if I'm talking about, yeah, that test was really hard. Yeah, that test was hard. Or squint my eyes, use my eyebrows and all that. And remember to use a deeper voice. So this is a good note right here. Don't scream, but rather use a deep voice. Talk a little louder than the average, but also don't scream. Because that is how, basically, imply how I actually do those videos to regular conversations. That is how these videos are going to be helpful. So basically the way I talk here is going to be the way I talk with people, basically. And if I do a public speech, do it the way I talk to regular people, but use both hands. Because in speeches, usually there's a lot more effort put than just talking to someone. Put effort into looking like I'm not putting any effort, basically. Something else is that, yeah, go talk about the financial aid. And what else? Take my computer with me just in case I spend there some extra time. Yeah. And what else? Yeah. Love myself, and always remember there's ways to improve and focus on improving them. Don't wait for them to change by themselves. Do something about it. For example, my hand gestures. Do something about them being up here. See, I'm doing something about them. They're down here every time I talk. They gotta be down here. Something else that's really important is take pauses. Take pauses. Yeah, and don't worry so much. Don't worry, and don't let. Then here's the thing: if I were to talk about my nose job right now, just remember something that I have to tell myself, and then I have to get going. Is that number one? Don't worry so much about my nose job. Don't worry so much about it. If it wants to happen, it will end up happening. If it doesn't want to happen, then it won't happen. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing that I can do about that. Just remember that. I can أسلك مسالك النجاح, but being successful has nothing to do with how much effort that I put. Being successful is up to Allah. It really is up to Allah. So do what the fuck that I can do, and everything else is up to Allah. Do what I can, and that's it. Just work. Don't kill myself over working. Don't kill myself over it not happening. Just remember that I will be okay whether it happens or not. Don't, my sister told me that my face turned blue because I was thinking about my nose job and how there's possibilities of it not happening. That is pathetic. So what I need to do is that I need to not care about it completely. It wants to happen, it happens. If it doesn't want to happen, then it doesn't happen. I don't care. And plus remember that I look really good right now. I look really, really good right now, and that change probably will be unnoticeable. Think about it this way. That change will be unnoticeable. Whatever it is, the nose job that I'm gonna do, that change is going to be unfucking noticeable. So don't worry so much about it. There is no need for me to worry too much. Why? Because worrying too much about it is just gonna create a lot of tension. Worrying so much about it is not worth it, because why would you think about something that might not happen? Don't do that to myself. Don't make myself think about something that might not happen. Don't think about things that are outside of my damn control. Don't think about things that are outside of my control. Think about things that are within my control. Think about things that are within my control. Everything else that's outside of my control, don't think about it. There's no need to think about it. There's no benefit. There's basically واحد يحرق أعصابه. Better focus like on things that I can do and focus on happy things. Focus on extremely happy things. This is thing number 1. Thing number 2, don't be easily provoked. Don't try and prove that I'm strong. Don't try and prove. The less I try to prove, the more I look like it. Isn't that crazy? Don't prove it with my words, but rather like like with a laugh or something like that. Do a lot of laughing, do a lot of and also remember that I talk heavy. Look in front of me. Don't be looking around or like direct my body towards the other person. Don't do that. My body has to go right in front of me, and the other person has to direct their body towards me. Look at everybody and look in front of me and down. Really, really important, okay? Something else is that focus on my studies. I want to talk about something really important. Oh, dumb things down. Meaning that, for example, my mom was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's not great. Like it's good. It's better than America, but I can definitely see like Stinkbug's nose looks better." Tell her that. Stinkbug's nose looks better, but that's a lot. Like whenever, and this only like usually with my mom is whenever you glorify something, she tries and takes it away from you. That's why Qabes is the way he is. Like, oh, I don't want it, because he's used to my mom giving him what he wants by saying I don't want it. So here's what's gotta happen. If something like somebody has, and this is a life lesson, if something somebody has and I need it, dumb it the fuck down. Make it look like it's nothing, man. You got nothing. That's how I can get it. Because they're gonna start seeing it as nothing. Convince them that what they got to offer me is really nothing. I got better choices. and I got better ways of getting it done. So remember something is that whenever my mom talks about her nose, be like, I think Stinkbug's nose looks better. Like this is good just because of you're doing it awake, but Stinkbug's nose looks better. Just do that, okay? That's thing number 2. Thing number 3 is that have a backbone, speak slower, and always remember being strong and being rude they're 2 different things, but being rude goes along with being strong. It does go along it, and don't say don't say and talk with a little bit more Arab American accent. Remember, it just looks good on me, all right? And with that said, I'm gonna get going.